Today I'm going to do beautiful glam, very chic, very glowy. I have my beautiful model Camila with me today, and we're gonna start the application. As models come in from outside, I have to clean their skin prior to apply anything else. Make sure that everything is clean, smooth, nice, and because this is my canva and I want to make sure that it's perfect. Prepping lips. And prepping skin with makeup mixer. Gently massaging it to the skin. I feel some texture on the nose, so I will put primer, smoothing primer also, just to make sure that everything is smooth and ready. Blending into the neck. She has open dress, so I have to make sure that I work around this area as well to blend everything together. Not only face, but also décolleté as well. And also don't be afraid to press on skin, because it brings the life to the skin, lifts it, and feels nice in general, right? I'm gonna start with brushing up eyebrows. Game changer. Make sure to brush them up, and when they brushed up, then we can brush them to the side a little bit as wanted. Like, it's not like the style how we have it, it can be more editorial, brushed up, or can be more natural, brushed to the side, but still when you pull them up it looks much better. I'm checking the color of foundation on her cheek. I always check the shade of foundation on the biggest area, not on the forehead, because some people, especially people of color, have different shades on the forehead and on the face in general. That's why we're trying to find the biggest area. Usually it's a cheek. It has to blend with this whole body well, so we're trying on applying a little bit and make sure to blend. I want to make her slightly bronzier. That's why I picked the color slightly bronzier, and I'm gonna mix it with much lighter shimmering lotion to achieve this beautiful glow. This lotion also makes texture more flexible. It blends easier. Any product that you mix with foundation will make foundation thinner. You will have less coverage unless this product provides coverage as well. That's why you have to make sure that you really need that sheer texture before you mix foundation with anything. Or if you want to keep foundation thick but make it glowy, then just apply layer of foundation and then just go back and put glowing product on top. When I'm going for lighter coverage and when I see that my client doesn't have too much dark circles, texture on her face, I don't want to do very heavy under her eyes and on top of her eyes. So I just apply concealer, her shade, and I set it with finishing powder, slightly shimmery, just as a primer for my future eyeshadow application. As I said, if you don't have to cover too much and conceal under eyes, then you don't have to put foundation, color corrector. Just go with her shade of concealer and that will be enough. As you can see, I switch brushes. I work with bigger brush on the top lid and smaller brush on the bottom lid. It saves me time working on the bigger area and being more gentle and precise on smaller area. Taking cream eyeshadow. Applying good layer on her eyelid. Only on the eyelid, going slightly to the crease, but not higher. She doesn't have a lot of space over there. So I need to take the brush and blend around, clean brush. And repeat on the other side. Blend around. Open, look up, and repeat on the bottom. Look up. She has pretty big bottom lid, and we also want to make it a little bigger because it will make her eyes look bigger. Neutral shade. So with my neutral cool tone, transitional color, I'm blending just the crease. I'm setting only the crease and I'm not going on the eyelid. I'm just trying to create transition and more depth on the crease, more structure, but I'm keeping the lid sticky, tacky a little bit in order to be able to place next product and make it stick to it. Taking smaller brush for the bottom lid. Also going a little lower just to blend with the skin and show off her beautiful big eyelids. Now I'm taking some shimmer, neutral shade, and removing on the skin so it's not too bright. Close. And I'm packing it on the lid, on the eyeshadow that I already have there. Just all over. Starting in the middle, because this is where the brightest sparkle should go, and we always know that where we place the brush first, this is where the most intensity goes. So that's why I'm placing it where I want it to be the most intense, and then blending outside, creating very beautiful sparkle. Almost looking like a dewy eyelids. I applied on the waterline and going down slightly on lashes, already holding my brush to be able to quickly blend. Black eyeliner will show off her eye color. Black usually makes all colors pop around it. So where we place black, we know that the color next to it's gonna pop. So every time we want to show off the color of eyes, we should use black or dark shades. Preferably black. And upper waterline goes black too, close. Okay. Black gel liner. I'm taking some from the jar. Applying it right here. And when I'm applying it on the brush, taking it on the brush, I need to twist the brush to make sure that it's fully packed with color, and then making it flat to be very, very thin. I start outside and on the open eye to make myself like a sketch of the future line, and to make sure that it looks good on the open eyes. And I want to repeat the same thing, making my brush flat again and repeating on the other side. And close. And I'm gonna connect it with the eyelid carefully, and my brush is laying down. What I mean by that is that I'm not trying to use the end of the brush to draw the line, but instead I'm laying down the whole body of the brush on top of her lash line. And the part of the brush goes over the lash line. This is how it creates really thin, precise eyeliner. And this is the most important trick when you work, especially in the inner corner, because most of the time, doesn't matter how thin or thick the eyeliner is gonna be, we start to make it thicker from the highest point of the eye. So when you look at your model straight, you look at her eye, and when you see the highest point, you start thickening the eyeliner from that spot. Of course, there's different eyeliner application exists. different styles, different wings, but the most classic one is when you have thinner in the inner corner and getting thicker and thicker to the tail from the highest point of the middle of the eye. Now I'm extending tail a little bit. It's okay to go back and forth. If you want it longer, you can always add. As you can see, I'm looking in the front of the face. That's why you cannot see anything. I'm trying to look in the front of her face and see how long I want to see the wing. It also depends on client's preference. Some clients want it longer, some clients want it shorter. It depends on the eye, how much the lid is open. If the eyelid is pretty open, we can have longer eyeliner without creasing. If we have smaller or hooded eye, it's a completely different story. We're gonna work different way. But it depends on a preference and depends on what kind of look you're going for. When you're working inside, when you create in this little like bird, a cat eye effect in the inside of the eye, you just have to extend, look, your model have to look straight forward and you have to extend her inner corner upper lash line to the side. Not going too much down, not going too much to the side. Like just try to extend it a little bit with your eyeliner. And on the second eye, you're gonna see the more closer application, everything again step by step. Pay attention to everything I'm doing. My brush is again laying down while I'm trying to fill every single little gap. I'm pulling the eyelid. I'm holding the eyelid with my finger to make sure that it's not moving. In case she blinks or something happens, it's okay. I'm holding the eye so my eyeliner will stay even. And again, I'm extending the inner corner, trying to make sure that from every corner, whatever my client is gonna look on any side, everything is gonna look perfect, blended, even. If you need to take a clean brush, pull the end to the side so it's very thin and goes right into the skin, like disappears in the skin. It's a very good trick. Use it, please. Now we're checking if everything is even. And we have to secure our waterline with eyeshadow. We take flat, small, dense brush and taking black eyeshadow matte and going on the bottom, blending a waterline into the lash line carefully, slowly, because we don't want to have too much fallout. We already have our foundation on and concealer on. We're not forgetting about that. And I have a brush, as you can see, soft brush to wipe down everything that's falling out right away. I don't want to any black eyeshadow sit under the eyes and set over there. After that, I'm taking same small brush and blending the edges of the black and the skin tone. And I already have setting powder. Remember, we used the shimmer powder. We used the a neutral shade of eyeshadow, so we already have color over there. Now we need to blend this color with black. So we need a transitional color, and this is brown. So it blends really easy, and fixing the tail a little bit, like seeing where we have to add a little. So the transition between black and brown is even and smooth and going right into the skin, because on top I want to have sharp wing line and on the bottom I want to have it blended. So first layer of lashes goes 10 size 10 millimeters, and it goes all over the eye to create the base. And I'm trying to push them, place them up. And client must look down all the time, down and straight forward, straight down. because this is creating the most natural placement to make sure that they're gonna stay, nothing gonna pull open. So this is 10 millimeters. And outside on the outer corner, I'm putting 15 millimeters, very long lashes, blending with 12 millimeters into 10. We have concealer and foundation already on. Eye makeup is already on. And I just want to brighten up the under eye area. And when I do that, when I have my eye makeup done, I always put my brush with concealer lower than the eye. And then with almost clean brush, I'm going higher and higher to apply under the eyes, not, God forbid, to blend it with eyeshadow. Try to create a very gentle transition. Please pay attention how I'm applying around the eye area very fast, not going closer to the eye unless I make it very slowly and softly, and only with almost clean brush I go very close to the eyeshadows. That's very important. I'm brightening up the bridge of the nose and a little bit on the forehead. In this application, we're going for soft, natural glam, less coverage, not too much on the face. So I keep it soft, not too much contrast. And same with contour. I'm taking a couple of shades darker than her skin tone and creating a little more dimension. Her face is already structured, so I'm just enhancing, just adding a little more. Even when you want to have really natural skin, like flawless editorial, you have to keep in mind that maybe in real life a very thin layer will look good, but on camera, on any kind of camera, professional, iPhone, whatever, makeup's gonna look like 50% less than it is in real life. That's why even when you don't want to have a lot, make sure that you still work on every single area of the face. Cheekbones, forehead, nose, lips, everything. The blush is something that never stays as long as everything else. So using cream blush is actually a good idea to make blush last longer and not be sheer on camera. Here in this makeup application, on top of matte blush, I'm adding some blush with shimmer, which is absolutely unnecessary, just to add more glow. As she has perfect skin, I love to make glowing skin when there's no texture. And instead of setting with powder, I'm setting everything with highlight. I'm not gonna apply powder under the highlight. I think it's a huge mistake when you want to keep natural finish, glowing, dewy finish, because applying highlighter on top of the matte powder makes it look cakey, and you can actually see the layer on top of other layer. But when you apply highlight on top of the foundation, and same when you apply blush on top of, right on top of foundation, shimmery blush, it's a game changer, trust me. But I'm still using some matte powder under her eyes, under her smile lines, on the forehead, on the T-zone. And as you can see, her hair is pretty dark, but I'm not using dark color. I'm not a fan of very intense eyebrows, especially for soft glam, for young girls, for thick eyebrows. As you can see, she has pretty thick eyebrows, especially after I brush them up, but they're not very even. So I just want to add some dark blonde shade and just fill some gaps, and that's it. Not going too crazy because we don't want too much attention on the brows. The secret of perfect outline in the lips is that you have to only make them go higher and bigger on the middle of lips, on top and on the bottom. Going from corners and raising up and up and up, going to the middle of the lip, and then connecting it with another corner. Same on the bottom, same on top. This is the final look. Ta-da! I think she looks gorgeous, very pretty, and the makeup will suit anybody. Very subtle shades, beautiful sharp wing liner, elegant lashes, some sparkle, which is good for some occasion. Everything is glowing, youthful, beautiful, and I'm just loving this look. Do you like it?
I love it. It's beautiful.